Thank you. For the next sort of 10, 15 minutes, we're going to play around with a live hack. As you probably see from my bio, I've spent a long time in uniform, in some funny areas, and doing some funny stuff. So I've taken that out into the commercial world, and working with Adarga, we do some funny stuff. So people asked me and said, can you come along and do a live hack? So contrary to popular belief, hacking isn't that easy, okay? So it's very applied. You need to take time to do things. You can't just turn up and hack someone. There's lots of preparatory work that goes on, trust me, I know. And what we do today is said, right, what can I do to quickly show you how easy it is so you as an audience can see that if you have a simple thing that I'm going to show you now, when you walk away, it may raise an alarm bell, and hopefully my mission in this world until I pass away from this mortal earth is to tell you how vulnerable Wi-Fi is so that you don't use it in public areas and you become made aware of it. A lot of cyber people I speak to and have employed and work with all go, you know, Wi-Fi. But actually, believe you me, it's a start point for a hacking exercise. What we do in the military, we have a manhunting cycle. So I don't care if it's a baddie or a terrorist, and we apply that in our analytical software and our cyber services. We do a hunting cycle. Just like I am now going to hack you, I'm going to hunt you. So we have a cycle called find, fix, finish, exploit, and analyze. What we do is we apply that to a commercial and into the civilian world. You can see, first of all, the find piece. The find piece is looking for you. What can I look for you? If I'm going to hack you, I've got to find you. And then the first thing I've got to say is that I'm going to look for you. I'm going to start my hack against you. Systems, networks, applications, they've got firewalls, intrusion detection, they've got IDSs and IDAs and everything. So they're well protected, they're kind of known, they kind of watched, people look at them, they look for anomalies, we look for things, but the weakest link in all that is still the person. So where we always start with, and what we're going to show you today, is Wi-Fi. That is the simplest thing. Everybody's got a phone, everybody's got a tablet. You're all quite happily connected to the Wi-Fi with a Wi-Fi password he gave you. No, I haven't been intercepting your traffic, don't worry. But without thinking about it, you did. You sit in Starbucks, you go home, you go on the train, you go everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a Wi-Fi. So what I'm going to do is go through a process of looking for your devices, and I'm going to actually see where you've been, where you live, what you've been up to. I'm then going to fix you. When I mean fix you, I'm going to actually look at you. I'm going to monitor your devices. I'm going to look for what you're telling me, and I'm going to get some information from you. I'm then going to create an access point. So I'm going to say, right, you live at X street. You use a Wi-Fi called BT Home Hub. I'm going to fake that Wi-Fi for you, make you connect to me, and I'm going to start exploiting, monitor your traffic, and I'm going to analyze that traffic, and I'm going to start looking for you and building up a picture. Exactly what we do in the military. It's a manhunting cycle. We start with a person, and we start with a location, and we go from there. It's no different if in the cyber world. So here's the processes I'm going to show you. It's nice and quick. It's nice and easy. No one will be hurt in the demonstration. And we're going to look for some device probes. And you'll all start to go, oh God, that was me. I'm going to create an access point that you will not connect to. Okay, please don't connect to it. We're going to capture some passwords from my colleague, Alex, who's going to be my dumb assistant. No offense, Alex. And then we're going to then look and build up that profile of Alex, of his device, and where he's been. So we've got some phones and stuff, and we're going to crack on and do it. So first of all, this is a piece of software you can download off the internet. Every person of any type of cyber stuff has been involved, gets this bit of software. Kali Linux is freely open. All these young kids who start in cyber are all told to go and use this. And then I've got just a Wi-Fi antenna, 10 quid from Maplins that you can go and buy. This can plug into your laptop. You get ones with fancy antennas and stuff. So this is on a VMware, so if you do accidentally connect to here and give me a password, this VMware will be destroyed after, so don't worry, I'm not going to walk away and do anything bad. So I've got to type at the same time as speak, and unfortunately, being that old and from Shetland, I can't multitask. Alex will tell you that's quite true. So you have to, it goes deadly silent when I try and concentrate. That's why I wear glasses and everything now. I'm that old. So what I'm doing is, first of all, I'm going to look for this Wi-Fi. So this is what people do. So if you're going into a Starbucks Wi-Fi cafe, a Starbucks cafe or a Costa or on a train, and you see someone in a laptop, you don't know what they're doing. He could be doing this. They could be doing, looking, first of all, building up this profile and hacking you. So bear with me. First of all, what you can see on there is I've done a command to list this wireless address. So as you can see, I've found this wireless thing that I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into what they call monitor mode. Okay, I'm going to start it in monitor mode. So what it does is instead of working as a, I'm going to connect to the internet and send my information, this is now going to sit and listen and go for all the information that's coming off devices. I'm going to then move to a another directory and use another bit of software. And this bit of software is now going to start looking for interfaces and devices that are probing out. So with Wi-Fi, you need three things. You need a MAC address, you need the name of the access point, and you need the channel. Okay? There's no mention of passwords there. So if your device knows the MAC address of the access point that you connect to at home, it knows the channel that it operates on, and it knows the name of that access point, it will connect. It will not ask you for a password at that stage. Okay, we'll get on to a bit more technical detail in a minute, because I'm sure you've got a few questions, and it's not generally right, but actually, that's all it needs. So at the moment, when you're walking along, you know you go home and your phone automatically connects to your home network because it's remembered it. It's remembered it from a list. And as you can see up there, there's loads of things start appearing. And if you look on there, you've got, at the right-hand side, you've got the name of these access points. These are access points that the device, and if you look to the left, you'll see across here, oh, sorry, I've just terminated, I've just see, all praise to the demo gods, bear with me. As you can see on here, this is what they call a MAC address, so that's a unique identifier to every device that you've got. So one device around here has got that MAC address, and it is connected to that access point, okay? So what your device is doing, because you don't want to go home and have to connect to your home Wi-Fi every time, do you? So it remembers it. It remembers the last known list, it remembers a previous network list, and your device constantly broadcasts this out, and looks for it. If it finds it, it connects to it. So this is the find piece. This is me looking for you. What I can do with this, if you look now, if I stop it, I can then say, look, I've just done a quick probe and I've found 41 devices. I can then start looking in another free piece of software on here. Just bear with me as I bring this up, called Multikill. Okay, so this is another piece that comes with it, and it's all there. And someone over the past few years and constantly goes around and collects all these Wi-Fi access points. What I can do is I would enter into this name of one of those Wi-Fi SIDs that I found. I would then just run what they call Wiggle, and you can all go to Wiggle on the internet, and you can look, and it's got every single Wi-Fi access point. Oh, there we go. No network. 26, bear with me. Should be there. It's got no. It's got a list of every single known. Sorry, no internet demo. But believe you me, that goes off to that Wiggle database. It then finds the home address, the GPS location, displays it on the Google map, so you can start building this picture up. So from this simple window, this command line window, I can look where your device has been and start building that picture up of you. So, I found you, I know your MAC address, so I know your phone, your tablet, your laptop's MAC address. I know where you've connected to, I know where you've been. I'm going to start creating a fake access point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my laptop look like the access point that you normally connect to, so that when you connect to it, you can start passing the information through me. Through my laptop and through this PC, through this wireless card. So there's another piece of software. that is freely available and comes pre-installed on this nice piece of Linux. And what we do is we change to the directory, we run this command. Now if I quickly show you what's in here, there's loads of other commands in here that people can do. Some of these ones on there actually create a login page. So you know you go to a captive portal and you log into welcome to Starbucks Wi-Fi or welcome to McDonald's Wi-Fi. Well, what you can do with this is you can actually create one of those pages so that when you start logging in, it'll ask me to log in and it could look like this. So I could set this up now. I won't do it now. But you turn this on, and as you can see, it's a local page that as soon as you connect to the fake Wi-Fi access point, it'll ask you to put your information in here. And as you can see, it'll say, log in with your Google account. And you'll go, okay, or my Gmail or my Hotmail. It'll then save that information on my PC and get it. And you can make that look. You can change this around to, you know, Starbucks, Costa, Heathrow Airport, whatever you want to do, and you can create these buttons and make it. So guys, again, are creating these things very cleverly to make it look like a normal access point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run this bit of software. He says, 26. Talk amongst yourselves, please, don't mind me. So what I've got to do is, because my wireless card was monitoring, I've got to take it out of that monitoring mode. And we've got to, okay. And then we can run it again. Because obviously it needs to put it in its own monitor mode so it can start creating. So as you can see, I've connected this Wi-Fi access point called please don't connect to me. Okay, and if you go to your laptops now, as it comes up, you'll start to see it'll appear on the list of your known access points. Just bear with it. 2 secs. I didn't pray enough to the demo gods, you see. I didn't get my soul to them. So as you can see, it's starting to listen to, and it's starting to listen to probes, again, just like we did before. But this time, it's created a fake access point called please do not connect. And if you look on your devices now, don't connect to it, please. You'll see on your devices that there's now this access point. So bear in mind that I could call that anything. Okay, you can simply call that Starbucks Wi-Fi, you can call it conference internet, you can call it what you want, and it'll sit there and broadcast out, and all your devices will automatically connect to me. So what this is doing is this is now collecting all the information. So as soon as you see me connect on here, bear with me, you'll see it go mad. There you go. And it's doing all sorts of, I don't know what that is, get someone else to do that. But it's doing all sorts of stuff now, and it's listening and connecting. If I now go to a couple of websites, so bear with me, a really good website that you think secure and it's not is Amazon, for example. So I'm going to go off to Amazon on my phone. I'm going to type in a random username. I'm going to type in a password, which is obviously secret, don't tell anybody. And I'm going to sit there and listen to it. And as you saw on the screen there, you would have picked up some requests going off to Amazon as we go further down. And this is now, for all intents and purposes, my phone connecting to this fake access point, going off to Amazon, recording it. So what I then do is, just for the purposes of this, I'll stop it. Right, so there's a little problem here. I connected to it, but as you can see down here, 3 other people connected to it. So why do you do that? I don't know.
You could probably find out who they are, can't you, as well?
No. Nothing to do with me. I'm having nothing to do with that. But can you see how easy it is that people go, oh, don't connect. Why not? You know, so they connect to it. So I try and make it obvious at all these conferences, the things like don't connect to me, please, I'm a bad thing, and people just continually connect. So that is 3 people connected, and when I stopped it, kicked 3 people off, as well as my device. So let's try and not find any embarrassing information. So we go off to this file, this other location, and this is a file that means things to some other people and analysts, and we scroll down, and what we should start seeing is, oh, there we go. Alex, that must have been you logging in to Macworld. Oh, there's National Rail. So he's gone on and checked his National Rail. There it is, at alex@adarga.com. Password 1, I like it. That's difficult. You put a 1 at the end. And then here's anyone. There's me at Amazon. So I've logged into Amazon. I've logged into my Amazon account, and I've put in anyone@anyone.com, and my password's password. Okay. No, mine's more secure. No, because I've got an equals in front of it. Yeah. Another 5 years to hack that. So as you can see on there, anybody that connects to it would then come through this, and I would just sit there and siphon and listen to all your passwords. So I'm going to make sure it's switched off now, which it is, and pop back to the presentation. So quickly talk through that. What I've done is I've sat here and I've listened for you all. I've created an access point that no one connects to. I've created and captured any password from any sites that you'll connect to. And we'll create user profile. What I'm going to say now, I know that device, I know where it's connected to, I know where he lives from the wiggle.net, and I'm going to start building my profile and my picture up to go off and do some other stuff against him. Now, the world is quite clever, people in it, so they're trying to do things. One of the stuff that they're doing is they're randomizing that MAC address. So they're saying that every time your laptop or phone or tablet broadcasts out, it'll create a random MAC address. But as you can see up there, it's no good, and they've done it wrong, and people can now guess what you are. And they're creating a lot more websites using HTTPS. SSL or /TLS connections, but again, that doesn't matter because one of the modules creates and fakes the TLS certificate, and it passes that on to Google's website. So there's another tool which, if I came across and I was getting no usernames and passwords on there, I would go to open another tool. Just bear with me. I would go to this one. So I would go to this tool here, aptly named Wi-Fi Pumpkin, okay? And this one allows me to monitor HSTS, SSL, and TLS connections. So on here, this is a nice tool. This is what a lot of people use because it's a GUI window. The other one was all kind of command line driven. And as you can see in the left-hand side there, you'd create the name of your access point, Starbucks, Wi-Fi, etc., and you'd start the proxy and you start the monitor, and it would then create and monitor the credentials from there. So again, plenty of other tools on there. So there is people out there that are trying to do things. We're trying to make it secure, but it's a battle, isn't it? You know, as soon as you do something, the baddies do something else, and then they fix it, they break it, they fix it, and they break it, and that's the whole world of cyber, unfortunately. So what can you do? Well, first of all, don't use Wi-Fi, okay? Simple, but actually it's Maslow's hierarchical of needs. You know, Wi-Fi's appeared at the bottom now. Everybody needs a battery and Wi-Fi in Maslow's triangle. Be precautious when you do that. You know, when you're home, don't have BT Home Hub 3.5. whatever. Change it to something random, because the manufacturers, some manufacturers, the default password on your Wi-Fi router is created by salting and seeding the name of your access point, and they create the default password. So go home tonight, change your password, change your router name to something random, okay, and don't call it, you know, Steve Smith's laptop Wi-Fi type stuff. Change your password regularly, you know, get into good that, and this is just for common for anything, you know, for your Google accounts, you know, two-factor authentication. But on your Wi-Fi, change your password. When you change your battery in your smoke detector or your carbon monoxide, change your Wi-Fi password at home. Check logs. Maybe you don't want to do that, but ask someone who can. Never connect to, please do not connect to this Wi-Fi or Starbucks. And if you do, consider a VPN. I'm not going to tell you which VPN to use, but there's plenty of VPNs which allow you to encrypt your communications. But that would still not prevent me from doing it, because as you would connect to me initially on your Wi-Fi, you would then initiate your VPN, that Wi-Fi pumpkin would then get that certificate, fake it to your VPN provider and come back. Okay, yeah, it's not that simple, but there's lots more information on that which we can speak offline after. Use some free apps to scan it, you know, understand your environment that you're living in, you know, notice any rogue access points that come up, look for that padlock next to it, you know, if you see things, make sure it's done. And then defense in depth, you know, never go on Wi-Fi and use your banking or your logging into any online accounts. Use two-factor authentication where you can on those accounts if you do have to connect it. And as you can see on the right-hand side there, people are getting clever. They put things on cats and go and scan the network. They put it in drones, and just what I'm doing now, they go and hoover up all the information. And on the right-hand side, that's a little box that sits in your bag, and it sits with a battery. Everything I did there is automated, and someone just walks around the middle of town, collects all the information, goes back, takes the database off, builds it up. He'll do the same again, same again, same again. So as again, it's a constant battle, and these things are getting even cleverer, and you can all do it on this type of stuff now. Thank you very much.